So hello and welcome to the Hemlock Sawdust Day Beard Contest 2020. We're going virtual this year. We're so excited. We've got contestants and sponsors. And so just want to put a big shout out to our sponsors, Detroit Grooming. They've given us a box of goodies to give our contestants and winners. Hemlock Sawdust Days for always hosting the beard contest, and Hemlock Public School District for providing the MC and one of our judges today with Dr. Catherine Ellison as our board president and myself, superintendent. And we're also very excited. We have a new judge was with us this year. So we're going to introduce our judges. To start off with Dr. Catherine Ellison. She's been kind of a main stage. She's been there year after year and helped judge. So Dr. Catherine Ellison, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? And you come from OLLI as well.
I do. Hi, everybody. I'm the director of OLLI, which is the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Saginaw Valley State University. And I serve as board president currently on the Hemlock Public Schools School Board. I've been doing the beard contest for years. I think I was actually the initiator of it for Sawdust Days. And I've served on that committee for a long time. So I'm looking forward to today.
So in the next up, we have a gentleman, Sir Riley Murdoch from MLive. So Riley, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your interest in the beard contest?
Well, thank you. I don't know what I deserve to earn that honorific, but I appreciate it. I am a local news reporter at the Saginaw News and Bay City Times, focused in education, and also I grow a beard myself. It is not quite as impressive as any of the people I'm sure I will see today, but I figure it gives me a little bit of perspective.
Well, Riley, we really appreciate you for joining us today. We also want to, again, thank our sponsors for all their help and our contestants, because without them, we wouldn't have anything to judge. So today we have 8 contestants, and we've labeled them from 0 to 8. And so we're going to go through each one of them in just a second. We have really 2 categories that we're looking at. Trendy, which I don't know, Catherine, if you would agree, but Riley's kind of got that trendy facial hair going on, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, very hipster chic.
Yeah, hipster chic. And then we have the lumberjack category. In each of these, we're looking for our first place winner, and then we're looking for an honorable mention. Some of the things that the judges will consider as we go through each is overall length, but we don't want to get meleeed there with just simply looking at length. There's a lot that goes into a beard. Its length, its fullness, its shape, and then we categorize this as the it factor. And really, the it factor can kind of take over and have complete control over the judging. I will say I've seen that happen twice. This is my 6th year as the beard judge. And I've seen the it factor just throw a monkey wrench into the judging. And so sometimes beards have a life of their own. So we're going to meet our contestants. Contestant 001, Tim Cappell. He has been a multiple time entry into the beard contest. I'm trying to think if Tim's won in the past. This is definitely, I think, the best I've seen Tim's beard look. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on Tim's beard. If you guys have some comments you'd like to make.
Yeah, it looks good this year. I can tell he's put a lot of work into it.
It's very impressive in terms of just how well shaped it is.
Yeah, I really have to say, I don't know if it's himself or his barber or his wife, but that beard is very well groomed. I mean, it's got a very distinct shape to it. And I don't think that happens by accident. That's a lot of work to make beards look like that. Next up, contestant 002, Charles Bandemere from Midland, Michigan. This is what I'm talking about, judges. When I look at this beard, is it long? No. Is it really full? Kind of. But it has something else about it. It has that it factor. It looks like Charles really committed this year to his role as a beard contestant. What are your guys' thoughts?
Incredibly festive. I like that.
I'd say when you talk about the it factor, it's not about the length of the beard on your face, it's about the length of the beard in your heart. And this is absolutely the case of that.
Oh, that is a great line, Riley. The length of the beard in your heart. This gentleman really is bringing it. I mean, he is not messing around. Love the festival behind him, the Christmas spirit. Scott Powell, I believe I said that correctly, Powell. Scott has been a contestant in the past. He's been a champion. And I'll tell you what, he's bringing the beard. Folks, contestant 003 has a real solid beard there. What judges, what is your take on this?
Yeah, I think it's an impressive length. I'm not sure about lumberjack quality given the length, but definitely trendy.
I don't know what else to say besides very, very impressive. I'm jealous.
Yeah, it's kind of just, it's insane. It's got a life of its own. I'm sure that it is out there, and it's got its own name even. So contestant 004, Jeremy Havens out of Midland, Michigan, another contestant from the north of Hemlock. And this gentleman brings it. He's got a lumberjack feel to him. When you look at him and you look at that beard, it's just like a real Grizzly Adams effect. He looks like the bears in the woods probably run away from this gentleman. He might just take one on. So what are your guys' thoughts about this beard?
There's a lot of great texture to this beard. I think he's the only contestant we've seen with really curly beard hair.
Quite a lot of fullness to it. And I agree with you on the lumberjack factor in that you could see he's, not trying to pull out some flannel to really look the part, but he looks the part because he is the part, if that makes sense. It's not out of effort, it's more out of just intrinsic being.
I agree. And you think about that, Katie, you mentioned the curls and the texture to it. You wonder if he was using one of those like beard straighteners and hot combs. I mean, this thing could be really long. And he's really got a nice beard there. So contestant 005, Dr. Ben Jenkins out of Midland, Michigan, another contestant to the north. And I will tell you, judges, this beard, it's kind of got a Pierce bronze beard going on. I really like the level of groom to it, and the level of shape. What are your guys' thoughts here?
This beard to me screams 19th century doctor. I don't know what it is, but definitely.
I'd say it's definitely up there in the trendy category. It's very well groomed and very well put together.
It to me, and he is a professor, and it just reminds me like he should have those elbow patches. You just feel like that beard deserves a jacket with some elbow patches. Contestant 006, Jamie Slate, he is actually a hometown favorite. Don't, let his current location dissuade you. He is actually from Hemlock. He teaches in Hemlock, but he resides in Saginaw Township, and that's where we put people's location. Jamie Slate, look at this beard. I mean, it's very well shaped, very thick. Judges, what is your take on this?
I especially appreciate sort of how well separated his mustache is from the beard and that whole combo. I think he put a lot of effort into, shaping it and making it look really good.
Like she said, effort is very apparent here, as well as it's just very impressively put together.
Yes, it is. Good job, Jamie. Contestant 007, Brad Harris from Merrill, Michigan. And I'll tell you what, this, folks, I've talked to Brad personally. This is not a dye job. This is natural coloring of his beard. And so you have that dark inner circle around his mouth, and then it just bleeds out into gray very quickly. So it's not salt and pepper like mine. It's more like salt and pepper. And, very, very distinct coloring. And it looks like he went just to the nth degree when it comes to lumberjack. He's got the outfit with the axe. Judges, what is your take here?
Yeah, I really put in the effort for the lumberjack quality. I like that. The flannel, the plaid makes it. But also the short, well-cropped beard, I think as well would make sense if you were out in the woods chopping trees down.
A for effort, but also A for presentation overall, and it seems like it was also kind of effortless in that presentation.
Yeah, it looks like he just was walking with an axe and stopped for a picture. And so next up is, I just got to warn everybody, this is every kid's favorite. We're not judging based on little kids and what they might select. We're going to go back to that rubric, so I just fair warning. But contestant 008 is Gene Bessner, right here from Hemlock, Michigan, but he's also known as Santa. And you look at Gene's beard, and that puppy it's really a thing of beauty, but it's kind of in its own category too.
Yeah, I mean, Santa, what can you say? He's got a great beard.
It's a classic look, and he pulls it off.
Yeah, he does. Well, judges, it's really that time. We're going to have a short intermission. We're going to talk through these and kind of decide who is going to be the first place for Trendy, who's going to be that first place for Lumberjack, who's going to be our grand champion for this beard contest. We do want to give a shout out to Detroit Grooming, Hemlock Sawdust Day, and Hemlock Public School District, as well as our judges organizations. We've got M Live with Riley Murdoch and Ollie with Dr. Catherine Ellison, and myself with Hemlock Public School District. So at this time, we're going to have an intermission, and we'll be back with our winners. Well, folks, this is the moment that you've been waiting for, and I know you watching at home, this intermission probably seemed pretty short. The fact is, there was some real debate, some discussion. If this was live, it might have involved some leg wrestling. I mean, these judges have really debated back and forth. It's always a highlight to be able to announce our winners, but we want to thank all of our contestants. This year was extra hard. Not only just because of 2020 and COVID and having to do this virtual, but it was hard because we had such great contestants. And so before we flip that switch to an announcement, just want to again thank our sponsors, Detroit Grooming, Hemlock Sawdust Days, and Hemlock Public School District. And winners, you do get some goodies from Detroit Grooming Company. So we're very excited. That's kind of our, the thing you'll put on the mantle for a day or two over the holiday break, but then you'll be able to bring that in and use it every day. So we're very excited for our sponsors at Detroit Grooming, as well as our partners with M Live and Ollie. And so are you guys ready? There's a drum roll going on somewhere, and we're going to announce. So our winners. So we had two categories, and I'm going to turn it over to Katie to tell us a little bit about the Trendy Winners. And so we selected two. Katie, can you tell us a little bit about them?
Well, I think that in the trendy category, we really looked at a number of different things. Definitely for Tim Cappell, as the honorable mention, we liked the length of his beard and also the fullness. And like I said, I think he put a lot of effort into it this year. So he really, I think, kind of epitomized that category. Still cool, but definitely getting to the edge of, length there. And our first place winner for that category, I mean, definitely had that it factor, that holiday charm, decorated the beard. You don't see that every day. So I think we had to pick Charles for that one.
Well, thank you so much. And on to this is kind of the bread and butter category. When you think about the Hemlock Sawdust Days, we're lumberjacks, it's that whole theme. The lumberjack category, we have two winners. I'm going to turn over to our judge, Riley Murdoch, to kind of talk about them and what went into that decision-making process.
All right. When we were talking about lumberjacks, you got to fit the look and sort of just have the embody the essence of what people picture as a lumberjack. And we thought these two did it really well. First off, with Jeremy Havens, the honorable mention, he just has the length, the ruggedness, and the general effortlessness that goes into appearing like a lumberjack. He just very much pulled it off. But Brad Harris, number 7 in our first place, really just fit the look to a T, put all the effort in, pulled out all the stops. And his actual appearance with his beard, minus all of the trappings and, aesthetics of being a lumberjack, just fits the look on its own without all of it. But everything else just tied it together and pushed him over the edge.
Well, fantastic. This year, we always kind of leave this space. You could be a grand champion and a lumberjack winner, or a grand champion and a trendy, just kind of the overall best beard. And this year it goes to Scott Pollack out of Midland, Michigan. Just outstanding beard. The only thing I'm a little bit nervous, he's going to get some product, and I think with that beard, he could go through product in like a day. He could, use his whole winning, so quickly. And so, but we're very excited. Big thank you to all of our contestants, our judges, to the Hemlock Sawdust Day. What a great honor to have this, although it be virtual. So, any parting words, judges?
Just thanks for this opportunity again this year. Great contestants, and I look forward to next year, hopefully in person again.
Thanks for having me. I had a really good time, and keep growing.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Judge.